I used to be a psychology professor in university. In 2001, I founded a game company called Intelligent with my students. 4 years later, we were acquired by Nexon, and I became the CEO of Nexon. During my next years, CarWriter had a huge success with over 300 million users. MapleStory, free-to-play MMORPG, made a global success even in US. We later acquired Dungeon & Fighter, which was one of the biggest games in China for over a decade. Now Nexon is a $25 billion company. I tried to retire after 4 years at Nexon, but I saw a huge wave of smartphone games coming. At my core, I'm an entrepreneur, and if I see a wave coming, I have to surf. So I founded 433, a smartphone game company. We had a series of blockbuster games, and we IPO'd 2 companies and have plans to IPO 1 more this year. We have secured over $100 million from investors like Tencent and Line Corporation. Blockchain for sure. I believe that this wave will be 10 times bigger than the previous ones. I have experienced all the major paradigm shifts in the game industry. In the last 2 decades, we have seen shifts from standalone games to online games, pay for download to free-to-play, and PC to mobile. Now blockchain is the next paradigm shift in the game industry because it gives more power to the player. With blockchain technology, players can own their digital collectibles and influence the game by creating content. This way, players have more power as they become creators, not just consumers. Now we have launching Delabs Games. We've been developing Web3 games since 2021, and now we have 3 titles that will launch soon. Web3 games are answer to the problems in traditional games. The average player spends a lot of time and money on the games they play. What if the game goes out of service or stop playing? What do I have now? Sure, I still had fun, but nothing else. But what if players could own digital assets that last forever? That sounds like a fantasy. But that's possible in Web3. With Web3, players don't just get to have a fun gaming experience, they also get to own digital assets that are valuable and tradable. The psychology of ownership is incredible. If you partly own a restaurant, you will likely visit the restaurant more often and become a marketing evangelist for it. The same thing will happen in games. When players own their in-game assets, they become loyal customers, enthusiastic marketing agents, and active community members who participate by giving feedback on the direction of the game. At the moment, game companies make billions of dollars a year by monetizing their users. Web3 offers a different experience for the player. In Web3, players get more value. If the players get more value, so does the company. In the end, the money spent in the game is not a sunken cost, but an investment in fun experiences. In Web3 games, the company's interest and the player's interest are aligned. I believe this model is a much more sustainable relationship. It will be so disruptive. Once the player experiences more value through Web3 games, they won't go back to the old model. This is exactly why I founded Delabs Games. We create premium console-like games that bring fun to the Web3 space. I think most Web3 games in the market now are not very fun. Our main goal is to offer high-quality graphics and an immersive gameplay experience. In addition to digital ownership of Web3, we believe in creator economy and decentralized governance and interoperability. But more than anything, we believe in creating fun experiences for everyone. Players can enjoy Delabs games without knowing anything about NFTs, wallets, or crypto in general. We also have a simple onboarding process for players to enjoy the Web3 side of our games. One of the best parts of Web3 is the creator economy. Most people are creators. If you ever posted anything on social media, you created content. Web3 provides opportunities for creators to get economic value out of their content. At Delabs Games, we're providing editing tools for players to create playable content in our games. We have 3 games on deck, a racing game and 2 role-playing games. Our tools empower players to create racing tracks, game modes, and dungeons for the community to enjoy. With these tools, players are not just consumers, they become creators. In addition to the creator economy, we are also excited about governance. Through decentralized voting, players can influence the game's development process. Lastly, we also incorporate interoperability in our game. This means that players will be able to move their assets from one Web3 space to another, giving their assets utility in various digital spaces. Our first game is Rumble Racing Star. We call it RRS. RRS is the first premium game with the blockchain interoperability. That means we are providing PFP NFTs with real in-game utility. Holders of a Goblin Town and youths can play as a Goblin or youth's character. It'll be an exciting game not only for Web2 users, but also for PFP NFT communities as a hangout game. Our development team is the same team that created Car Rider at Nexon. RRS is a party game that is hilarious, chaotic, and fun to watch. We also developed a spectator mode with multiple cameras that are perfect for streamers and esports tournaments. We also have 2 RPGs lined up. Space Frontier is a survival role-playing game with amazing graphics and dynamic gameplay. Metabolts is a beautiful character collection game. Our art director for Metabolts is the best anime artist in Korea or in Asia. All our games are being produced by industry veterans with blockbuster track records. I'm happy to announce that we partnered with Polygon. We chose Polygon for its low fees, high speed, and integration with ETH. Yes, we are minting in April this year. Our first mint is the Delabs Adventure Pass that will unite all Delabs games. Our Adventure Pass will enhance player experience across all of our games with great benefits. Thank you.